Hello, and thank you for tuning into the CAS Student TV. I'm your host, Lawrence Mansour, and tonight we'll be looking at students from around the world, starting with students in Canada and the Life of a Refugee project at McMaster's University, to the Mar Gabriel demonstration in Germany, and we'll be continuing our program with special guest Laura Wasner, Director of Language and Cultural Training at the University of Detroit Mercy. But first, we'll go to students in Sweden. With the refugee program growing around the world, Sweden has started to reject refugees for asylum after having accepted 9,000 Iraqis in 2006 and 18,000 Iraqis in 2007, which was close to 50% of all Iraqis arriving in Europe last year. By comparison, Britain has handled 2,000 Iraqi asylums and the U.S. only accepting 734, with a total of under 3,000 in 2007 alone, although these countries are the main military forces in Iraq. In the city of Södertälje, Sweden, home to 80,000 people, the Iraqi refugees have grown so big they now make up close to 10% of the population. Since the start of the Iraqi war, many refugees have been forced to go back into Iraq where their families still reside. Thamir Yusuf, a refugee in Sweden, recently said, "I must return to Iraq. I do not know what is the future for me and my family. Everything looks dark and unknown for us." Yusuf is part of thousands of refugees who have been denied residency in Sweden. Many local student organizations in Sweden have started social and community events to help the refugees through these troubling times. Recently, the organization has introduced Surat courses for students to allow them to still connect with their culture and language. Many clubs in Sweden play a big role in providing services for families and students, but many still dwell on the possibility of returning to Iraq when it is safe and free. Students from around America are organizing their annual trip to Iraq entitled Destination Assyria. Destination Assyria allows students from around America to travel to northern Iraq during the Chab Nisan New Year's, the ancient Assyrian and Babylonian festival, which has existed since ancient times. Over 55,000 Chaldean Assyrian Syriacs attended the event last April 1st in the villages of Dahok and Al-Qush. Students from America can experience the festivity as they welcome the year of 6,579, according to the Assyrian Babylonian calendar. Destination Assyria started after student Velma Toma traveled in 2007 to experience the celebration firsthand. Last year, 6 students traveled from the U.S., and many more students are expected to attend the event this year. If you are interested in attending or help sponsor students to travel abroad, please email destinationassyria@gmail.com for more information. And now, to students in Hamilton. In Hamilton, Canada, the student organization ACSU organized the Life of the Refugee demonstration in front of the McMaster University Student Center, which is a central point for most students and professors who attend the university. The goal was to generate awareness of the dire situation of the Iraqi Christians and to educate the public on the crisis that their people are currently facing. Specifically, their message was to bring awareness that 1 out of every 3 Iraqi Christian is currently living as a refugee. As part of the demonstration, ACSU students constructed a simulation of a refugee camp in front of the Student Center in order to show how the refugees are living in foreign countries, such as Syria and Turkey. The students spent a whole week eating only what was brought to them by others and sleeping in small tents outside, rain or shine. 4 students were involved, including Zeo Shana, Rian Awais, Asher Sorishu, and Daniel Sorishu. The week-long demonstration was very successful and garnered the attention for the issue that most Canadians know little about. ACSU encourages all students to raise awareness and promote change during this time of crisis. In total, $2,610 were raised for the refugees, and over 5,000 students and professors were informed as a result of the demonstration. All donations will be donated through the Assyrian Aid Society of Canada, which is a non-for-profit humanitarian organization for Chaldean Assyrian Syriacs in Iraq and neighboring countries. And now, students in Germany. On January 25, 2009, a huge demonstration was held in Berlin, Germany, regarding the continuous attempts to confiscate the lands belonging to the Mar Gabriel Monastery in Tur Abdin, Turkey. Tur Abdin is home to many Syriacs, which is located in the southeastern corner of Turkey. The local monastery, Mar Gabriel, has been a place of spiritual guidance and assistance to local people. Since its construction in 397 AD, Mar Gabriel has overlooked the village and has been a symbol of our people in Turkey. Recently, the monastery has been targeted by Turkish political groups who wish to remove much of the land around the monastery. The claim of removal, initiated back in September 2008, advocated that the land surrounding Mar Gabriel was more than enough for the monastery and that it should be confiscated. The mayors of surrounding villages are trying to claim parts of the land for their own control and are currently backed up by one of Turkey's largest parties, the AKP. Mar Gabriel Monastery has gone through 3 different trials to try to reclaim the rights of the land. In the latest trial against the monastery, prosecutors argued that the school inside the monastery was teaching the Aramaic language to students and educating them about their history and culture. Since 1997, Turkey has forbidden the teaching of Aramaic because of the lack to see the Chaldean Assyrian Syriac people as a national minority, such as Jews, Armenians, and Greeks. The demonstration in Germany featured over 20,000 Chaldean Assyrian Syriacs, along with other communities in Germany. More than 120 buses fled the event, with people coming all over Germany, Holland, Belgium, Austria, and Switzerland. Besides our people, communities such as Armenians, Germans, Lebanese Maronites, and Greeks participated and showed their solidarity to the monastery. Efforts from Germany have been established to help the Christians in Turkey, including a union called Action Mar Gabriel, which has been trying to publicize the problem. And that's news from your community. If you're interested in providing information or news, or just have questions, please feel free to email us at info@casstudentnews.com or visit us at www.casstudentnews.com. Please feel free to stay after the break as we interview Laura Wasner, Director of University of Detroit Mercy's Language and Cultural Training Program. After this.